We're rolling? Let me tell you something. These Levain cookies, have you had these Levain bakery cookies?
No.
Levain, no.
I mean, pull up a picture of what these look like, Matt.
Yeah.
Sounds a little too highfalutin for me.
No, dude. They're like fancy cookies that you wait in line for. And I'm not going to wait in line, but my girlfriend Postmates them.
Oh,
so it's like, this is what girlfriends do. They just fucking they're able to have 2 bites and move on, and they order like 14 cookies, and I'm like, oh cool, I'm the one with no willpower. I'm gonna eat all of these.
Yeah.
But the oatmeal cookies from these are like fucking scones.
Oh, it's too much. It's all bread. It's just a block.
But it tastes great.
Yeah,
and the oatmeal one is not too sweet. It's like dude.
Oh my God! Look at this. It's like porn.
You're gonna come when you eat these. They're insane.
Oh man!
But they're like the oatmeal ones are on another level because I love oatmeal cookies, but they make them too sweet sometimes.
Yeah, that's true. The subtlety is the key to the oatmeal. But the oatmeal raisin is the transgender of chocolate chip. Because
they surprise you with the raisin?
Yes, yeah, well, with nuts. But I've been fooled too many times where you're like, hey, a chocolate chip because it's got the brown, chip, but it's a raisin.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that looks amazing. Jesus.
I got to say, they're excellent. And so then we're in Texas. I did a corporate there, and then we were there for, I stayed for the memorial of her friend. She gold bellies like 3 boxes of these. You know what gold belly is?
What's gold belly?
You can just get like literally anything. You can get like a Peter Luger steak in like Kentucky.
Oh, I thought it was a term for a fat Asian. There's gold belly over here. All right, sorry.
But it's dude,
gold belly.
You can order like Pepe's pizza from New Haven when you're in like Florida.
Oh, wow.
It's an incredible idea. So I've never done it, but she does it so she orders like 2 boxes. So I'm like, more of these fucking cookies. I can't get away from these cookies. I do a benefit at the garden. Guess what's in the gift box? Levain fucking cookies.
You can't escape
They're
them.
killing me, these cookies.
They're hunting you down. They're chasing you.
They're good cookies, though.
Yeah, but I wonder if, you say she can eat 1 bite and put it down.
Yeah.
We can't do that. But is there a heroin addict who's like, I'll take 1 hit? Is that possible, or do you have to just take the whole
I think they
file?
exist. 'Cause I think there's people who have I have a friend who tried crack, and he's like, not for me. I'm like, I didn't know you existed. He's like, no, it's fine, but not for me. But I knew a guy who, I don't know if you ever met him. He used to come around the show sometimes. This guy, Adam, and he was like a degenerate gambler, like a chess savant. Like he was ranked number 2 in the country as a kid. He was like, there's always something off about these guys.
Yes.
He's in a bow tie on TV as a child, and then he becomes a drug addict. And he's in Washington Square Park hustling people for money, for coke money. Total nut, but
every smart kid is a drug addict because they're all too smart. They all look.
They get bored.
They get bored. That's what it is. It's like Rounders. Everybody grew up with that worm. Everybody grew up with that kid who's like charming as fuck, super funny, cool as hell, and he's like, come on, we got a game over here with the cops. Worm. We can take them, and then you end up getting beat up.
He basically De Niro in Mean Streets. Everyone has that one piece of shit friend.
But they're fun as shit.
I'll tell you the worst part of the piece of shit friend. Their piece of shit friend.
Oh,
you ever have them bring that guy around? You're like, oh my God, this is unbearable.
Well, it's all the no to the charm, but with all just the degeneracy.
You want to tell him no, you were my limit.
Yes.
You're the furthest. No, this guy was, anytime I do a gig in AC, he'd just be there.
Yeah.
Vegas, any casino gig, he just happened to be there. He just look at my schedule. He's like, someone I know here.
Yeah.
He'd be shit-faced.
Yep.
But
I had this friend growing up.
He's the type of guy who would call me I smoked crack last night. And I'd be like, well, you got to not do that. And he's like, no, I'm fine. I'd be like, well, clearly you're not, I know you're not addicted yet, but it's not a good thing to do.
This kid's got range. Crack and chess.
Yeah.
That's a lot of range. But I had a kid growing up called Hunt. His name was Hunter. Shout out Hunter. His brother used to beat the shit out of him. He was a tough kid.
His dad's president.
Yeah, yeah. He was worse than Biden. He was crazy kid, fist fighting kid, whatever. But he became the treasurer of his college just to use the money. So he'd get strippers. He's getting strippers and hookers with college money and buying blow with the college's fund.
That's kind of legendary.
He was legendary. I mean, he was a psycho and a nightmare to be around. Cause
what's his last name?
I don't want to say.
I'll bleep it. I just want to look him up on LinkedIn.
More work. He's not even in the room right now.
I just want to see what. Okay, I'll look him up.
But one time we were at a house party and there was this kid we didn't like there, and he goes, hey, Greg, let me fill up your beer. And I look behind me, and Hunter's filling up his beer with the keg with his dick in the glass, and we're all laughing, and then Greg sees it, and he tackles. So now we're in a big melee, but that was him. No, that's not him. That's not him.
Shit.
You got to go Louisiana.
Yeah, now you got to bleep and
yeah. We'll
stand
talk about it later.
Yeah, we'll talk later.
But this guy was a finagler. He worked for Domino's, so he'd steal credit cards. So he got the credit card numbers. Now he's buying fucking hi-fi speakers. Not him either, but you're getting closer.
Yeah, this guy does look like more of a piece of shit right here.
Yeah, he had that haircut. That was the swoopy.
The Lego?
The Lego. Yeah. Echo my Lego. Woo. All right, sorry.
Yeah,
what were we
man.
talking about? I'm sweating. I ran here. No, that's not him either. Well, we'll do it later.
I ran too in the rain.
Yeah,
I hate the rain. And I hate
it.
You know what? Here's a peeve. The people who are really slow walkers in the rain.
I know.
Now you're like having to sprint around people. It's like an obstacle course.
Not to mention the umbrella points are coming at you.
God.
It's crazy.
It's like like on guard or something. You know? I hate these people who are like kind of like trying to get their way. Mark and I, for whatever reason, we refuse to do umbrella.
I don't like the umbrella.
Yeah, I don't do it either.
It's an extra thing to carry.
Exactly.
And you're going to lose it.
And then what happens? Someone calls me. I have no free hands.
Good point. This guy's got to have a black coffee. You need the coffee hand. Coffee and phone.
I'm back on coffee, baby.
Whoa!
Hey,
You see,
the
you
ulcer?
have a glow.
I'm still hurting, but I have been drinking and I've been back on coffee. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to eat no spicy foods yet. That'll be the last one, but you know.
All right. Well, how many a day?
Coffees?
Yeah.
I've had a few.
Oh, geez, you're back on the wagon.
I'm back, baby.
Okay. Damn, Juan Valdez over here.
Should try crack just once, though.
I'm curious. Are you not curious?
Crack? Yeah.
I'm sure we smoked it just like back in the day by accident. You get a bad like weed strain.
Little sprinkle. Yeah, it's on the corner right now. We live in Manhattan. I saw a guy doing crack yesterday, actually.
Really?
Yeah, in the village. Just see it. I guess he's just in the, like a doorway, just sprinkling crack, and he had the little pipe and everything.
Vintage, man, like a throwback.
It was
David
nice.
Cross came in here and said I was in London and my friend was doing crack, and I was like, I'll just do crack. And I was
That's right.
like, what the fuck is that?
But he said, I get it. He's like, I smoke crack. He's like, I get it. I get
Yeah.
why people do it. This is fun.
I guess that's worse though, right? Like it's better to smoke and be like overrated.
Yeah,
Because at least then you're not going to keep doing it. If you get it, those are the people that get hooked, I think.
that's true.
Although he didn't.
He didn't, but you got to think Pepsi. Pepsi does nothing but advertise all day, every baseball game, every commercial. Crack, no ads.
Yeah.
Still killing it every year. We can't get rid of crack.
Sells itself.
Sells itself. That's
Yeah.
a good product.
It is, there's really not much like that.
No. How about this for an idea?
Hey, man.
This is a curveball. Why aren't advertise? We have ads on buses, Ubers, back of a cab, baseball game. It's every stadium is all ads. Cleavage. No one has bought cleavage space.
Untouched.
This would sell more ads than anything.
Wow.
Come
You're
on.
not like a random woman, or are you a poster of cleavage in the
No.
ad there?
You meet a big-breasted lady. You meet like a Red Bull girl. She'll give out Red Bull. She's cute. She's got a tight Red Bull outfit. I'm talking a sticker that says Clorox right here on the cleavage. You got a hot lady. Every guy's turning. Every woman hates her.
But like I think someone's done this with like tattoos.
Yeah, but that's so permanent.
Yeah.
No lady's going to sign up for that.
Yeah, but how much is cleavage worth if it's just one woman in Cleveland for like a fucking day and a half? It's got to be permanent.
Cleavageland. Yeah.
Cleveland.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's got to be a permanent tattoo, and then you're like, all right, if you agree, and it's got to be a warm weather climate. You can't be in the winter, or what's the point?
True, but what about this?
Hey.
You hire a woman for a day to walk through like
Come in, join us.
Wimbledon. Hey, Robert, get in here, buddy.
Hey man, here I come. Good to see you.
Sorry, we're in the middle of a heated debate.
Go for it.
And we've also never met, so nice to see you. Nice to meet you.
Such a weird way to meet. How are you?
How are you? We're big fans.
Big fan.
Good to see you, man.
Sorry, I'm a little. Damn it.
It's got to fight it out.
We were just. I don't know if you want to slide right into this.
Let me slide right in.
I think it's
All
a
right.
fair debate. He says there should be ads on cleavage.
There should be ads.
Well, there's ads everywhere, and I'm
Oh,
saying you'd
and this
sell
is-
more product if you hired a woman to just write Clorox on her cleavage, because we're all looking anyway.
But it's got to be
Yeah.
I'd say if you do it, it's got to be a permanent tattoo, and it's got to be a warm weather climate.
Well, but what if their logo changes?
Ah.
That would be problematic.
What logos have changed, really?
Logos change. Coca-Cola was all different before.
No, it's the same, but UPS changed.
Maybe not Coca-Cola.
UPS.
Bad example.
You know what? It's a weak argument. You're right.
Not great.
Well, here's my thing. You hire a lady to walk through a crazy Coachella, a Wimbledon, anything where there's a soccer thing.
Well, especially like those. Remember that woman who used to run onto the baseball field at the All-Star game, Morgana? I don't remember.
Yeah, the Kissing Bandit.
The Kissing Bandit. You guys are too young, but it's on
I remember
YouTube.
this. Yeah,
Morgana, the Kissing Bandit. She had enormous boobs, and
Okay.
if she had plastered a logo on the
Pepsi.
at least it would have.
You got to be famous. It's got to be like on Lizzo's ass.
No, she was famous.
But they
for doing that.
But they blank her out though, didn't they?
No, there she is.
Oh, there she is.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah. See, that caught my eye. I'm in. Reason.
Baseball back then, baseball was above that kind of thing, but now,
Right.
gambling, betting apps. You
Yeah. What do you think
Pete
about
Rose.
this Shohei Ohtani thing? That's crazy, right?
Yeah, I mean,
He's just lying.
I assume. I mean, I don't speak fluent Japanese, but I'm assuming.
I'm not watching
But if someone took 4.5 mil out of my account, I'd like to think I would know.
Yeah, the whole thing of also didn't the guy do a whole ESPN interview where he basically outlined the whole process and then he had to walk it back?
Fill me in. He was betting.
He has to pretend a guy who bet $4.5 million of his money.
The guy first claimed that the money was
to pay off his interpreter's debt.
Yes,
That was
exactly.
his first claim.
And then it became, no, he stole the money.
Yes, I think that was still illegal for a baseball player to pay off a debt.
Exactly.
Like gambling. So then they changed the story to my interpreter embezzled $4.5 million from me, and I didn't know, and he bet it, and I was completely unaware.
If he gets off, Pete Rose should be back.
Exactly.
Well, it depends. I mean, because if he didn't bet on baseball, then that should be okay with baseball. Given the fact that sports is now polluted with ads for gambling ads.
Every ad now is DraftKings,
they should be
FanDuel,
banned.
BetMGM.
Honestly, I think it's okay to have gambling apps, but commercials for them.
What if they're on cleavage?
Well, in that case,
We were pumped to have you on, man, because I did recently watch the Hulu doc, the Dana Carvey
too
show.
funny to fail.
Oh, it's great.
It's killer.
You were great in the Nickelodeon doc as well.
I'm not that old. Right. I'm only 25
Neither were
and
they.
I was exploited. But, Zach and Cody were really fun to work. It was worth it to work with Zach and Cody. The occasional hand down my crotch was worth it.
By the way, we didn't introduce our guest.
Robert Smigel.
No one
Sorry.
cares.
No, we care. We're fans.
I mean,
What's this?
if you know Triumph the
That's
Insult
for you.
Comic Dog,
Seltzer water. and
This
Blue
guy?
Moon. We heard you like
Yep.
Blue Moon.
Okay, but you guys
SNL.
so then I'm
I'll have one if you have one.
I'll have one.
Okay, sure.
Oh, here you go. Here you go.
What?
Oh, is it Twisty?
Twisty.
Oh, I didn't know that.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, no pressure. He's got
No,
an
I'm
ulcer.
in. I'm fine.
He's a,
Oh, no.
Oh, look at that.
Please,
Halloween.
I was just trying to fit in.
We're the ambiguously gay duo.
Last Halloween.
No, I saw that.
That's
I
Robert
heard about
Smigel,
that.
too.
I was very flattered to see
yes.
you. And you guys are, you're not packing quite as much as.
Oh yeah, those guys had some units.
No, they need you need to. It's without
should've
shame.
cheated.
It's the one costume where you can stuff your crotch without shame.
Yeah, well,
because
Cheers, by
that's
the
the
way,
whole.
guys.
we're not going to put ads on those crotches. They won't sell.
Yeah, I don't even know if that would be like frowned upon now if I did that cartoon now.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah,
What was that, like the late 90s on SNL, that
yeah,
one?
late '90s. But the joke was supposed to be how obsessed we are with anyone's sexuality.
Yes.
It's just so stupid.
Well, the He-Man. I mean, it was all gay vibes from He-Man. All those '80s cartoons were super homoerotic.
Yeah, and the Schwarzenegger movies.
Yes.
Predator, and then Batman became homoerotic, like by the third one where they were panning down to George Clooney's
Yes.
The nipples on the costume.
nipples on the costume.
Yeah.
So that's where
That Clooney one was pretty rough.
that's where that
Yeah.
idea came from. Was that the one? That wasn't the one with Mr. Freeze.
Yes.
Chill out.
Uma Thurman, she was pretty fucking hot in that movie.
Poison
though.
Ivy. Yeah.
Oof.
But Mr. Freeze is worth the whole movie to me.
I mean, come on.
Just all the bad puns. Weren't there a million bad puns?
But Batman Forever was pretty bad too. I mean, there was like a couple.
Which one was that?
That was the Joel. Were they both Joel Schumacher?
Yeah,
I mean, he went campy as hell. Which I respect the effort, but it just was so.
Yeah.
Val Kilmer was.
Yes.
It was too neon and weird. Yeah, that one sucked.
The best one was the second one, I thought, with Michelle Pfeiffer and Danny DeVito.
She was so hot, yeah.
Oh, the lick.
That was a good
face.
one.
Oof. Man,
the new ones were good though. The one, the first new one was awesome.
The Nolans.
Yeah, and the
the Dark Knight.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, they took a campy TV show from the '60s and made it like a noir
actually, the campy TV show from the '60s. You should watch the 1966 Adam West Batman movie.
I own it on VHS.
Oh, you do?
Really? The Bomb?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that
Times
movie.
You can't get rid of a bomb.
Yes. That movie, the music's great. Cesar Romero's amazing. Burgess Meredith.
But Adam West
he's
is
a
it's
Joker?
one of the funniest. It's one of the funniest performances I've ever seen.
So funny. And they utilize that on The Simpsons.
What?
Adam West.
No, on Family Guy.
Oh, is it?
But he was on The Simpsons too.
I think he's on both.
He's on The
But he
Simpsons
became a
also.
regular on Family Guy.
Yeah.
He played the mayor.
You're right.
Mayor
You're right.
Adam West. But Conan and I wrote a whole pilot for him.
Really?
Well, you guys haven't done your research.
Sorry, there's the bomb.
It's okay.
This movie is so ridiculous. It's great, though.
We carry bones in this podcast.
The way he runs.
I know. Does he know he's funny?
Yes, he does.
Okay.
Look at the high steps.
Yes.
He's leading with his knees. He knows it's funny.
How about the shark repellent?
Shark repellent in the first scene. Yeah. I swear to God, it's one of the funniest movies ever.
He can't throw it there because they're making out, so he has to,
Right.
it's like a silent film.
Exactly.
It's like a chapter.
And Batman really went a different way.
Oh, yeah.
They really changed it up.
I like fun Batman. He was.
I mean, they're both
fun
fun.
and light.
I know, but now every superhero is just brooding.
Yes.
Has a dark side.
Yes.
Except for Deadpool. But then they
Deadpool was great.
But then they start to try to copy Deadpool too, right? Like whatever
Yes.
works, they copy. But yeah, I'm not a big superhero movie guy, but the new Deadpool Wolverine one, I'm like, that could be kind of cool. Iron
Yeah, Iron Man
I'm
too.
looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Iron Man, they gave him
those are the fun
some
ones.
zingers, yeah. But can we go through? Let's just go through the resume for the folks at home because you got the.
Do we
comedy
have
resume.
time? I mean, this guy.
You were at SNL for a while, right?
Yeah, I'm really old. I started in 1985.
Oh my God.
I know. Were you even born?
86.
83.
Yeah.
I was around.
1985. Lorne Michaels came back.
He was gone for only a year, right?
And I'm so
I think he was gone for almost 4 years. I think 80 to 84 he was
just
gone.
make sure it's not my wife.
And that's when they went.
Walgreens.
Oh, pick it up. Pick it up.
Hi. Walgreens. Let me ask you something. Is it rude to interrupt the podcast by picking up the phone? It's not. Oh, great.
It's a Newhart skit all of a sudden.
85.
That's right. Talking to Abe Lincoln.
So you start there in 85. That's crazy.
I started there in.
I thought that was Don
Let me
Ohlmeyer.
turn off the goddamn Don Ohlmeyer.
Is that a Palm Pilot? What the hell?
It's an 8. It's an iPhone 8. And I am paranoid. I'm paranoid about brain cancer.
Is that a jitterbug?
No, there's a company called fuck it, I don't remember.
Yeah, who cares?
But it'll protect you from dangerous blah blah blah.
that's right.
Me and Rob Schneider talk about this all the time. Did you guys? You haven't seen my show, the Triumph special. Have you heard about this?
I've heard about it. I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, fuck.
I'm a big Triumph.
Because
nut.
Schneider's on it, and I got to make fun of him. It was really fun.
What do you say to him?
Can you pull up the commercial for the Triumph video? It's called the name of the clip is "You Lucky Bastards" new Triumph special coming or something like that. But it was a game show I do called "Let's Make a Poop" with Triumph, where it's basically like Jeopardy. I shouldn't say that because they'll think I'm stealing. Yes, yeah. Let's just take a look. You'll see.
Is that Michael Winslow?
That's Michael
Here in
Winslow.
the great progressive city of San Francisco, and let me state that I will not tolerate hate speech. That's right, I will not make jokes about any of the ethnic groups you all priced out of this town. Let's make a pool! Adam Savage, everyone!
Guy from Mythbusters.
Sure.
Yeah.
Wizard on Mythbusters.
Jim Gaffigan
Seriously,
was
I have
terrible.
to ask you, is there anything you can't build other than an appealing Tinder profile?
Here's Schneider coming.
Rob Schneider! Hey, Rob, honestly, thank you for coming out so soon after the holidays. I know you like to spend January 6th with your family. Thank you.
It's my favorite
Weird
line of the
Al
whole thing.
Yankovic.
Weird Al.
You were beloved by nerds everywhere. Think about it, Weird Al. So many people kept their virginity to your music.
You don't have to show the whole thing.
Kept their virginity is gold.
Do you write all these?
No, God, no. I'm not a stand-up like you guys. You guys are amazing.
Well, you're a joke guy.
I'm a joke guy and I'm a sketch writer and I've written a lot of shit, but I have help with Triumph. Always have help because it's like the jokes are so dense.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
But like you going to Comic-Con, the Star Wars opening, I mean, that shit is legendary. I rewatch that like twice a year.
Oh, Triumph in what's the hot dog place in Chicago?
Oh, the Wiener Circle.
That was fucking
Yeah. Those ladies, I always called it organized racism because it's like this one place where in Chicago where these black ladies behind the counter are just hurling abuse at the yuppie white clientele, and they're throwing shit back, and it's just like sport. And so I always wanted to go there. I always wanted to go there with Triumph.
Perfect.
And when Conan went to Chicago, I wanted to do it with Conan, and Conan didn't want to do it. I wanted to like stick up for Conan.
Yeah.
And he didn't want to do it. He said, I'll just be mobbed and won't be fun for me.
Oh,
So then I thought of Jack McBrayer.
Oh, the whitest man on the planet.
Yeah, and also like the sweetest persona.
I don't know if it's gonna be in a red hot.
Oh, that's brilliant.
I'm letting you know, I just want a hot dog.
Do you want to try this thing? You slow one.
I would like
You
a
slow
regular
motherfucker.
char dog. Mustard and ketchup, please.
So you want the mustard and cheese? Bitch, that's a cha-cha.
This is what they do to everybody.
Yeah, but you got to
And
get
then
him in there. He comes in as Triumph. You got to get.
But this is hilarious because this was a novelty then. Now this is every Walgreens in New York.
You know what they say?
Are you f***ing his dog?
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? That's perfectly natural where he comes from. Why are you so mean to his kid?
The whole family.
His sisters used to tease him mercilessly, especially during sex.
That's what you call sisterhood.
That's not true.
Don't even shame.
Hey,
Girl, your honor put some in your flower.
you know why you guys work for tips? Because no one will stick the whole thing in.
God damn, that's amazing.
At least that guy's laughing.
Yeah, no, they were totally into it.
And
they love
they're
the
obviously in
attention.
on this, right? They're like
They love the attention. Yeah. They knew we were coming, and they just played it up.
Oh, that's
He
good.
he nailed it too. He kept the
Oh, yeah,
shucks.
that's from our failed sitcom. Then I was like, let's do a sitcom together, Jack.
Yep.
And it was on Adult
great.
Swim, and then...
And they hired me to take that picture.
that's right.
I took this
Is
photo.
that right?
Yeah.
Oh, full circle.
How you doing? Jeremy told me that. Jeremy
Yeah.
produces my specials.
Yeah, I love Jeremy.
Whatever, you can call them specials. I put it on YouTube, that Let's Make a Poop thing, because it went really well. It's one of the best shows I've ever done is Triumph,
Yeah.
but I couldn't sell it, and I didn't even bother because it was shot kind of raggedy. So I just figured, Sam did it, I'll do it.
Yeah.
That's how I discovered you was
Really?
on YouTube. Yeah.
Oh,
Didn't you
yeah,
put
we-
out?
we
You
did
put
the
out
YouTube specials. Yeah,
Yeah. How many did you put out on YouTube before?
a couple.
Okay.
2 specials, and then we did that like mini doc. Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
But yeah, I did 2 YouTube specials, which is like, it's still like, unless now sometimes you can get certain words. They're now moving the goalpost in a little, but there was a period where you're like, holy shit, YouTube is the place to be.
Wild West.
But,
Yeah,
but
I
when I first did a YouTube special, people would bring me on stage as like, you've seen his YouTube special, and it would get a laugh. They thought that the
Right.
host was like,
right.
because it wasn't like a cool
No,
thing
exactly.
to say.
No.
But I was like, yeah, but I've got them on Comedy Central. No one's seen those. So, you know.
Right. No, everybody saw the one on YouTube.
Same with Mark. I mean, Mark and I, we did it like the same few months
Yeah.
And it was
Yeah.
like, you know.
Yeah, I don't know how to get people to watch. I just have this shitty
Well,
Triumph the Insult Comic Dog page, but I don't do enough on it to I don't do enough on the web in general.
Well, this will get you an extra 10 views.
Thank God. That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
That and the free beer.
Yeah, but I mean, fuck the industry. I mean, look, I know you did the rounds, SNL, Conan, the whole thing,
Yeah.
but you got to try to pitch shit. I mean, you have such a great resume, and it's still hard for you to sell a show. Don't you get
Can be,
sick
yeah.
of that? That's
Yeah.
why YouTube is so great, because
It's great but I would just like people to see this.
Was it you and Conan who wrote that Arnold Schwarzenegger movie idea?
Yeah, that's the Hans and Franz movie. That's what I was saying. Yeah, that was Conan, me, and Carvey and
Nealon?
and we just read from it this summer on
That's
Conan's
what I saw.
podcast.
Yeah.
It was nice to at least have people hear excerpts from it. But yeah, that's some of the stuff that I've written that I like the most is stuff no one's seen or heard.
Sure.
It's really frustrating.
That
That
sucks.
movie was one of them. Yeah.
That was a great sketch.
I have that with women I've fucked.
Some of the best.
Some of the best. I'm like, I wish people could have seen that. You know?
And not just the dudes you fuck.
Yeah.
You can't even put that on YouTube for free.
No, they flag it.
Damn.
But what about those old Conan days? Because I know we've established you're an old man, but
Very old.
I watched Conan in college with my
Nice.
8 jerk-off buddies,
Yeah.
and the masturbating bear, and
Yeah.
what was that guy who would do he would try to sell you jokes and go, paper or plastic?
Oh yeah,
that-
Brian Stack. I can't remember the name of the character.
That guy was my favorite all-time
Traveling
character.
salesman.
Traveling salesman. That guy was number one, but I mean, that shit meant the world to me in the year 2000.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a big one.
That was a bit I came up with before Conan.
Wow, I didn't know that was yours.
Yeah. When I was when I thought I was going to be fired from SNL, which was the summer of 1986, I think. I go back to Chicago and I'm living in my old apartment with Bob Odenkirk.
There you go. Look at that.
There you go.
Name drop.
Bob Odenkirk, boink, where'd it go? and so Bob and I were like, fuck it, I'm not going to get hired. Franken called me over the summer, and he was like, yeah, it's not looking good. I'm sorry.
Al Franken?
Yeah, Al Franken, yeah.
Oh, our worst guest yet.
Worst one.
What?
It's the worst,
guest
it's the worst
on the show?
episode.
Yeah.
What was he like? What was the
I
problem?
don't think he liked us.
Say like a wet blanket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has a way of letting you know if he doesn't like you.
Yeah.
He let us know.
Yeah, we knew. We were aware.
But yeah, so it's the Conan years. What was
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Year 2000.
So I thought I was going to be fired, and so Bob and I were going to do another sketch show together in Chicago. And one of the first ideas I had was for in the year 2000, because I thought, I grew up watching the Jetsons and shit, and
Sure.
so we thought the year 2000 was going to be all space age.
Yeah.
And the closer we got to it, the funnier it became that it was just not going to be anything we imagined. I mean, 2001, A Space Odyssey was a big part of
Good point.
getting that, mindset on people. But
Even Y2K, remember that? That was a big buzz.
and that was already 19. By then we knew that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that sketch, and so then we ended up doing that sketch. Conan got hired for SNL. I stayed. I got Bob Odenkirk into SNL. I got him hired, and then Conan separately came from Harvard, of course, and we all bonded. And then there was a writer's strike in 1988, and we went back to Chicago and performed all these sketches that we couldn't get on SNL.
Uh-huh.
We did the Chicago superfans, the Bears started in Chicago.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So I just found out today that you're in this skit.
Yeah.
You're one of the guys.
I'm one of the guys. I'm the fourth guy that nobody knew who the fuck that
That is so.
There's funnier stuff, but whatever. It was
That's great. And
no,
Farley had a heart
people
attack.
still use that. People still call the Bears the Bears.
The bear, but that
Catchphrase that won't die.
I mean, this goes with the Eagles fans. You can
yeah.
put it in anywhere. That's why it was,
no,
it was
that's
so
why it was
relatable.
popular. Yeah.
Remember
Yeah.
that Eagles fan that ate poop at the Super Bowl? Remember when they won?
Yes.
And he just grabbed the horse poop and
see
he's
that.
like, they're like, he's gonna eat it. And I was
Yeah.
like, dude, you won. You're
That
not
really
supposed-
happened?
Yeah. Fucking
Those
gross.
fuckers are crazy.
They're crazy. Eagles Philly fans are on another level of crazy.
They are on another level. Chicago fans are very funny.
this it?
Oh, is this it?
Oh God.
Oh no!
Oh.
What is it? Horse shit?
Yeah. Oh.
Holy shit!
That was me at a corporate in San Antonio last week.
And he didn't even lose a bar bet. This is
I know.
he's just doing this because
That's how COVID started.
that's how happy.
That was so fucking gross.
That's
Wow.
crazy. Yeah, when I remember when the Bears won, way back 1986, I think. I remember just watching the CNN coverage on Rush Street in Chicago, and there was a guy wearing like aviator shades with a Ditka mustache, and he just all he was doing was he had a hula skirt on, and he's just like Bears. He's just got a really serious look on his face, and he's just a fat guy doing a hula dance. And so I made Farley do that on the show once.
I remember that.
With Michael Jordan.
Yes,
I got
that's
to do
right.
sketches with Michael Jordan.
That's insane.
I remember when
Actually,
he
I got to
first
do
did, yeah.
sketches with Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, all the super fan shit.
Yeah. Are you a sport guy?
Oh, insane sports guy.
Okay.
What are your allegiances?
I see the shirt.
Well, I like all. My dad raised me up to. This is the Dr. J Nets logo. Actually. But my dad raised me to root for. I lived in Manhattan, so I rooted for every New York team.
Hell yeah.
Everything in the New York area. Now I have like preferences, like the Mets. It's hard to root for the Yankees.
I think the first game was tonight.
It was supposed to be. It was rained out.
There you go.
It was rained out. But the Knicks. I know you're. I saw you
I'm
in the.
hardcore.
Huh?
I'm a hardcore fan. We were at
Yeah.
the game the other
We
night.
went
Yeah.
Monday.
You went Monday?
Yeah, me and him. He got us in.
We
Nice.
DiVincenzo, 11 threes.
That was crazy. I watched it
That
with
was
my
crazy.
sons. So I just found out recently that those Celebrity Row things are for free. Like
Yeah,
I never
keep that
knew.
down. Let's leave the
Oh,
secret.
that's okay. We'll edit that out. I just all these years I never even thought to try, and then somebody got me on the list
Oh, nice.
very recently. So I went. I was at Saturday's game
Oh, that's a big one.
with against. I can't even remember
Against
it.
Brooklyn.
Yes, against Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Not a big one.
That was a big win, though. They came
It was
back.
it was fun. It was fun, and I actually brought Triumph because I'm an idiot, and I just thought it would be funny
Good for you.
to see Triumph, and so they took a picture of Triumph and posted it
That's awesome.
of like Triumph and
I
me
think I
just
saw this, actually.
watching the game really seriously, and
Did he
now
get the jumbo?
no.
Oh, damn.
No,
That
no,
would-
I want to put
Yeah,
Triumph on the jumbo.
that would be huge.
Yeah, I want to do that.
They should get you to do something for the playoffs, like insulting other teams as Triumph.
Yeah, no, now they want to tape me doing some Triumph
Got to
stuff.
do it.
That would be huge.
Yeah. But I did make the jumbo like a couple of weeks earlier,
And everybody
and it
went,
was
who?
just like, who the fuck is
Yeah.
this?
Yeah, that's what we get too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of
it's kinda
humiliating.
No, it's literally like
They thought it was Pete Sampras and
Chris Stefano was telling me the first time he went on, he was with his dad, and they put Phil Collins on first.
Oh, jeez.
And then they put Phil Collins on first, and they go nuts, and then they put Chris on, and everyone's like, who?
Hey, folks, We Might Be Drunk is brought to you by Fume. If you're trying to give up that hand-to-mouth habit, it can really be tough. Luckily, Fume makes it easy. No electronics, no charging involved. It couldn't be easier. Fume just uses air and natural delicious flavors like white cranberry and crisp mint. I love Fume. Got to have something to play with, tinker with. You got to do it. And if you're going to do something, you might as well do something that doesn't kill you.
It's like the Rodney bit, remember where he's we were poor, I'll tell you. If I wasn't a boy, I'd have nothing to play with.
I don't remember that one.
Old school.
That's great. Fume makes giving up your bad habit way easier because you're not giving up the action itself, you're just giving up the harmful consequences. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
The device is even made with a movable magnet and parts for fidgeting so you can release any anxiety and anxious energy. Start the year off right with the good habit by going to tryfume.com/drunk and getting the Journey Pack today. Fume is giving our listeners 10% off when they use code DRUNK to help make starting the good habit much easier. That's tryfume.com/drunk. Promo code DRUNK. Get on it.
So funny that the promo code is drunk.
Yeah. Justin, everybody.
Nice to see you, man.
Hey, how are you? Finally, this is Justin,
Hello, Justin.
Robert.
Robert, it's very nice to meet you.
Nice to
Have
meet
you guys met each other?
No,
I have not.
I don't think so.
This is worlds are colliding. He's a comedian, magician.
I know.
You know him.
Yes.
Oh, okay, great.
Aware. I am.
You're aware.
I'm aware.
He didn't say.
Oh, there we go. Look at that.
Oh,
There he is,
yeah,
courtside
yeah,
with
yeah.
Triumph.
this is Triumph. I don't know if you knew that there, Justin.
I'm a big fan of Triumph.
Oh, thank you.
And now Leo is fucking.
Oh my God.
Love it.
You
That-
should be the
that was a
fucking
great
host.
movie.
Son loves it. They didn't see Leo.
They
Leo.
haven't. They just.
Adam Sandler and Bill Burr. The
Oh,
iguana.
the animated.
It's for the kids, but it's not really.
Thank you,
Well,
buddy.
Leonardo
Really
loves
appreciate
It's
that.
really great.
I'm
But,
kidding.
yeah.
This is it's all good.
That's
But
Well, I love that Sandler's doing a character and Burr is just Burr.
exactly.
Sandler
Burr is a character.
Yeah, yeah.
Burr, I wanted
He's an
Burr
angry
for the
turtle.
movie. He's a bitter old turtle. And Sandler was like, I want to do the Bernie Brillstein voice, buddy. I was like, okay. I had pictured Peter Falk, but go ahead.
That was #1 in the world, wasn't it?
Oh, this movie did
Hell yeah.
amazing. Yeah, this
Yeah.
movie did
Who was the
great.
voice of the teacher? She was so good.
The mean teacher.
The mean teacher.
Cecily Strong.
I can't believe. I saw, that's right. I saw that in the
Like
credits. I was
unrecognizable,
like, oh my
right?
God, unrecognizable.
She's one of the best ever.
She was at the game on
SNL.
Monday.
That's right. I saw
Yeah.
that.
I'm so scared of Bill Burr. I saw him 2 nights ago, and I'm a huge fan. But, you know,
Me too.
he's prickly. And I just went up to him and I go, "Hey, Bill." He goes, "Hey, Mark, what's up?" And I go, P. Diddy." I didn't want it to have a lull or anything.
Your
So
fear turns you into you get Tourette's.
Yeah, I just was like, "What's in the news?" And then he was like, "Huh?" Yeah.
I can never tell with him.
I know.
If he likes me or not.
Exactly.
Never fucking.
That's how everyone feels. I saw him at the thing the other night, and he, I guess you asked him to come on the podcast, and so out of the gate he goes, "I can't do the podcast,
Yeah,
but I'll do
yeah.
it next time." I was like, "All right, cool."
I fucked up.
That's all right.
But he was in a good mood for a while, and then it turned, and I was like, I could see it coming. It's like a hurricane, to get out of the way.
Yeah.
he did my Night of Too Many Stars benefit, which Sam was very nice to do.
That was awesome.
in
Fun to do.
December. But
I think I did too many dead baby jokes.
no, you were fucking hilarious. You
Sorry
were
about that.
hilarious.
Yeah.
My favorite line of the whole night was your bit about the sex toy and that has commercials, the cheap sex toy
Oh, yeah,
that
it's
you
in
have
the
to
new
pay
special.
for.
Oh, that's a great one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks,
Liberty.
man.
Liberty.
Yeah.
The good-
That's a great one.
Yeah, I say you'll have sex robots, but if you're broke, you're gonna get the ones with ads. So
Yeah.
while you're fucking
So
it, you
fucking
get-
great.
yeah, that's the bit. The fun one.
It killed Jon Stewart. He quoted
Oh,
it
shit.
right after you came out.
Oh,
I didn't know
made
that.
a joke
That's
about
fucking
You didn't
cool.
know that?
No.
Yeah, he talked
I thought
about
I
it.
bombed, so I was hiding after the show. So.
It's a weird audience, the charity benefits. Like
Oh,
Sure.
yeah.
a lot of them don't know a guy like you.
Yeah.
But a lot of people told me you were one of their favorite people.
Oh, thanks. Man.
Yeah, no,
That
he was
fun.
great.
even the Palestinians?
Palestinians. We welcomed the Palestinians. No, they. But Burr used to do it and one time he followed Katy Perry singing to an autistic kid. It's like one of the greatest things we ever did on the show, and everybody was in tears. And then, ladies and gentlemen, Bill Burr, and he killed. He did a hilarious whole segment about Steve Jobs.
I remember this.
You do?
It was on TV.
Yeah, it was on Comedy Central. He did a whole chunk debunking Steve Jobs.
New charger doesn't work on the old one. This is your hero. That was the line.
Yeah, it's your fucking hero. That was the biggest laugh. Yeah.
Always eating something pretentious like a pear. I love that line.
Yeah. And so he but after the show he's like, "Yeah, thanks for putting me on after the whole crying thing. That was great. And then later it's like, I was just busting your balls.
Yeah.
And it's like he's so committed to busting our balls.
Yes, and he's
He
a
doesn't
good actor.
Yeah, he tells you that he was busting your balls like a week later.
Yes, exactly.
No, I think everyone's a little scared of Burr. I think that's
No, he did the voiceovers, and I would come out of the voiceover sessions with him shook up. Am I a prick? Am I giving him too much direction?
No, he's a sweet man.
No,
but
he
that's
is.
the
He's a
opposite.
really sweet guy. Yeah.
He is.
It's like if Boston was a person.
Yeah. 1980s Boston.
Yes.
1980s Boston.
Yeah.
So yeah, Willman, what's going on with
What's
you,
up?
man? This is the hotter me. I always say you're like the handsome Normand.
He is handsome up close.
Look
Am
at this
I?
guy.
That's good. Look at
No,
this.
I'm
You think we look alike?
rode hard, put away wet.
I could see them being brothers. kinda.
really
Yeah.
hot. I
A
think
little
you're
bit.
We should write a sitcom.
I don't know who to pick.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't know who to
Comedian
pick.
and
I'll make a
magician
choice
brother.
at the end.
Yeah, what are you doing in town?
I did the Today Show today.
Ah,
Kelly Clarkson
nice. Well, this
You
work
do
in the
music and
daytime.
shit? I mean, magic. Sorry.
I did magic and shit.
He's had
I
one
did
blue
some
moon.
tricks.
Smigel's fucking house, dude.
Jews don't carry their. Yeah.
Oh, what are you doing to me?
Oh, shit, cookies.
shit.
I just complained that these cookies are everywhere. They're the best cookies. I can't stop eating them. You got to
Okay,
try
now
them.
we're
They're
talking.
incredible.
See, this is what.
Did you really? Oh
Wow,
my
that was
God.
quick.
This,
Jeez.
that's
good.
magic. That's,
This
he's got to compete with that.
Eating is where I excel.
Okay, well, take one.
there
Take
you
one.
go.
Pass
This
it
is
around.
the show should be
Yeah.
called. It should be about eating, and
Well,
they might be
I'm not
they might be
gonna
farting or something.
I eat it on stage.
Happen. You-
Well, you got to have that. You got to try the
Oh
oatmeal
my
one. They're
God, Jesus Christ! This is crazy. Come on, if
These
you,
cookies are insane.
if you order another one, Lizzo's going to show. Yeah, so
Postmates more.
So you-
I got this prank show. It's on
oh,
Netflix,
nice.
right?
right? Yeah. on
April
Netflix.
1st?
April 1st, April Fool's. It's called The Magic Prank Show.
crazy. Very cool.
Named it
Like picking
myself.
You got to pull up the clip from that I sent you from this. It's really cool. Oh yeah, look at this. Yeah. Pull this up.
your
It looks
show's
really-
amazing.
Yeah.
Thanks,
I,
man.
I watch
Very
it with
cool.
my wife, the old one, and she's like fingering herself the whole time. Because you're a hotter, more successful me, so it's
Look at this.
what she wants in
Our
life.
wives should talk.
Let's swap.
Get the best of both worlds.
All right.
'Cause she's like, I wish you were funnier. I get that a lot.
Look at this. Look at this right here.
Hard. That was a great abortion.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Man.
Texas.
Yeah.
How do you, sorry. Well, we come up with jokes, and you got to pull them out of thin air. It's brutal, you know. But how the fuck do you come up with a magic trick?
It's
You got to
similar.
invent those.
You kind of have to invent them, or take a really, really old one and kind of wrap
Update
a
it?
new premise. Like turning, the silk to egg is a very, very old
Right.
trick. It's like an old kid show sucker
Sure.
trick. So it was like, how the hell do you update that? So doing it hooked up to a lie detector kind of works,
Oh.
so there's some sort of new wrapper to it. Makes
love
it feel
it.
fresh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna feel like I'm sure with premises it's a little bit, maybe harder to hide an old premise, but yeah. And then figure out what do I want to do a bit about and find a trick for that, or start with the trick and figure out how I can make that unique.
Right.
You know?
Because I hate my wife jokes, but that's as old as time. But
We all
they're-
pretend they're jokes.
You do it hooked up to a lie detector. It's not buzzing. What's going
I'm
on?
surprised women or wives haven't got on the lie detector train. That would just. I feel like they would
Yeah.
buy that. Like women should have one of those in the house. I don't want my wife to, but you'd think they would get on board with that.
Yeah, I wish we should cut this out.
Yeah, I don't want to give any ideas out there.
No, keep it.
Our new sponsor, Marital
Yeah,
Lie Detector.
yeah.
That's coming. That's fucking brilliant.
It's coming.
Damn.
Write that down. That's a bit.
There's an app for that.
By the way, man, spread. Can you give the guy an inch here?
sorry.
Jesus
Oh.
Christ! There we
about
go.
that.
All
I'm
right.
that guy. I'm used to
Now
so
we
much
can
stuff.
relax.
Sorry about that.
Thank God Ralphie May wasn't here. I mean, good Lord.
I feel like
He's still alive?
I keep crossing
No.
paths with you guys on the road like ships in the night.
Are we?
Your
Yeah.
posters, you were just there.
Yes.
Coming, Yeah.
Everywhere.
Sometimes they use my poster for you.
Yeah,
You for me.
yeah, but you're all over the road. I see you everywhere.
Yeah, I've been around.
You're
Been
cooking.
good. Yeah, we're both doing Outback shows, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
All right.
Selling this
Cooking.
strong.
Onion rings, Outback.
I gotta ask you, best SNL sketches you ever did. What do you think's your top?
And I'm sorry, I'm like enjoying all of this. At the same time, I'm thinking of mean triumph jokes about magicians.
They write themselves.
Look at you, you're a regular Harry. Who gives a shit?
Damn. And he says he doesn't write this shit.
More,
Count it. Count it.
please.
Sorry,
Oh, I
I'll
love
stop.
Great. No, don't.
No,
stop.
that's
What are
all
you
I
kidding?
can. No.
What do you? Yeah. Oh, that is the best part of doing
Harry
like some of those theaters on the road though is when they tell you Houdini's performed there, and you're like, Houdini levitated out of the ceiling here, and you're like, I got like 9 new abortion jokes. Like a piece of shit, you know.
Well, either way, something's disappeared.
What are your top SNL? Because this guy wrote for how many years did he write for SNL?
Oh man. Well, I wrote that for 8 years, and then I did cartoons. I did the Dana Carvey show and the Conan show.
Yes.
Did you see
like-
his documentary on Hulu?
Too funny to
Too
fail.
funny to fail. I didn't see it. But
Yeah,
I hear
yeah.
It's crazy.
It's wild.
It was
It's
a
so
fun
good.
show.
You
That
guys
was
went dark.
the Dana Carvey show. Yeah. Well, it was like me and Louis C.K. and Dino Stamatopoulos. Who
Sure.
Who was like a Family Guy, right? Didn't he do Family Guy later?
Family Guy. I don't know what the hell. He
George
did.
Stephanopoulos?
He was an Adult Swim guy, but
And then it was Steve Carell, Colbert.
Steve Carell and Colbert were cast members.
Who else was there?
All the funny whites.
Charlie Kaufman was a writer on it.
What? Charlie
Crazy.
Kaufman.
Yeah.
Malkovich.
Adaptation.
Unreal.
Yeah, he's
Sunshine.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. No, and he barely got anything on it. He was not happy.
Not a joke guy. Right?
Yeah.
No, he wrote great stuff, but it was like we were, believe it or not, trying to stay on the air and do like Regis Philbin bits and, because we started that show, excuse me, wow, they might be burping.
Little semen.
We, little, yeah.
Right there.
What are you going to do?
Hey.
What are you going to do?
You got to stay in the business.
Exactly.
B Diddy.
We'll get to Lorne Michaels later.
Dana Carvey was like he was like such a star then too. I mean,
he was a sketch superstar.
Dude, my brother, the two VHS tapes that were like replayed 100 times in our home was Billy Madison and Opportunity Knocks with Dana Carvey.
Really?
Wow.
For whatever reason, that was
Opportunity
my brother's favorite movie, so we watched it probably 100 times.
Wow.
I fucking loved that movie.
I'm going to tell Dana.
Tell him.
He's like, wow, somebody liked it?
I loved it.
He doesn't perceive it as a success.
I had a one-night stand with a girl once, and I hadn't watched it in years, and I threw it on, and she was like, this is not a good movie. And I was like, all right, two bad decisions. Sorry. What are you going to do?
Good way to get her to leave.
Dana Carvey.
Yeah.
No, we started that first episode with the sketch where he played President Clinton. Played Bill Clinton, and it devolved into him breastfeeding puppies and kittens
Yes, I
with
remember
8 nipples.
The milk was shooting.
Yeah, and I'm like, I had no idea that Home Improvement was for kids. I was such a fucking idiot.
Wait, do you have the clip of Home Improvement? Pull up the clip of Home Improvement.
Oh, that's
the
funny.
emotional episode. There's an emotional episode of Home Improvement.
Yeah, well, no, this sort of like encapsulated the whole situation.
And you guys, and your whole gag was whatever week it was produced by a different.
Yes, we were going to have a different sponsor, like old time television. There used to be like the Texaco Star Theater, the early.
Right.
So Dana actually had the idea that it would change every week. So it was like the Taco Bell, Dana Carvey show.
Well, Disney bought
Is this
ABC, right?
Disney had just bought ABC.
And that fucked you.
That helped.
It helped?
No, it helped fuck us. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're right. It definitely helped fuck us. But yeah, because we had gone in there with this concept that like we're going to do late night comedy,
Yes.
11:30 standards
Yes.
at 9:30 because NYPD Blue was right after our show.
Oh, that was
And that had like a mature audience rating or something.
totally.
So I was like, can we get one of those for our show? And they were like, no, we want higher ratings.
No,
No,
it was,
no.
no. It was like look up like it was like emotional episode. And
I think you got to look up Too Funny to Fail, and there'll be like a promo for it.
yeah, this
I
is
think
I don't know about this.
it's just a commercial that ran on ABC.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, here we go. Yeah,
All right.
it starts with me talking.
that one probably. Yeah,
Was that Hater?
Yes.
I heard about the time slot. I thought, oh, well, maybe it'll be compatible because Tim Allen's kind of a man's man kind of guy. And seemed like maybe he's a hip comedian. He had been busted for cocaine or something. I don't know. Is Home Improvement a little racy, maybe? Right?
I get your point now, Tim. You respect me, huh?
I hadn't watched it until about 4 shows in. I just stopped everything at 9 o'clock on a Tuesday and watched it and just watched in horror, just not believing what we had foisted on this audience.
A parent's worst fear, losing a child.
I don't want to die, Dad.
You never know whose family it will happen to. An episode so powerful, it hits home.
We'll beat this thing, no matter what it is, you know? I'm not letting anything happen to you.
A special Home Improvement followed by the Diet Mug Root Beer.
That's great.
that's killer, right?
That's comedy.
Diet mug. Yeah, and look at these guys laughing.
So good.
I love it.
with no irony.
Well, I feel like this is the reverse of this. You were on the cleanest show on the planet. Now you're drinking with a bunch
Yeah,
of
it all
retards.
balances out.
Yeah, how was Kelly
Yeah.
Clarkson? Was that good?
She was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a really good person to do magic for. She
Oh, yeah.
doesn't want to know, doesn't even try. Like, she is a child.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's great.
And I did a bit where it felt like I might skewer my hand with a metal spike. You know, it starts off like Sweet and Innocent. It's a ring trick. I'm gonna put the ring on this spike and covered it up with a cup, and then there's 6 other cups.
Can you do a magic trick?
I can, yeah.
I
You don't want me just to describe a trick? I could. Robert, a deck of cards has high cards and low cards. Do you choose high or low?
I choose high.
I knew it because I predicted high. Not
Wait a
high,
minute.
not high enough. Apparently,
But you could have easily.
yeah, I could have.
You could have. I'm just saying. I don't want to be a skeptic.
Listen, you know,
I have a childlike imagination, and I don't want to undermine children who obviously love this show and watch it frequently.
for Kelly, that would have been enough. She would have been.
That would have been enough.
Mark of the high cards: 10, Jack, Queen, or King.
Let's go, Jack.
Jack. Now, yes or no? Did we set anything up?
We did not. We've never met.
So, no? No. I predicted no.
Ah!
It's unbelievable.
Well
Kelly would
played.
be
Well
dying.
played.
You know, I got another Triumph joke in my head.
Hit it.
So it's like you read my mind just now.
Yeah.
Then why are you still here?
Can't turn. I'm glad you're not having to bottle all these up.
Yeah, let him out.
Sam.
Yeah.
Jack. There's clubs, hearts, spades, and diamonds. Do you want club, heart, spade, or diamond?
Hearts.
Hearts. Okay. No more silly stuff.
All right. Said hearts.
Inside there is a playing card. One card only.
Yeah.
Oh wow. I'm just gonna show Sam. Sam, tell him.
Wow.
Wow.
That's great.
Robert said hi. Mark said Jack. Sam said heart. People, I got one card and one card only. The Jack of Hearts. The Jack of Hearts.
That is pretty cool.
My God.
Come on.
God.
Let's try upside down.
Did Kelly Clarkson blow you? Come on. Holy hell.
Oh, man.
Now, is it tough because you're a funny guy, a magician guy, a good-looking guy,
Go on.
but you got to be clean. You're out in the world, the clean comedy world. That's a tough.
People think, oh, magician, I could take my kids to this.
Yes.
For years, before Magic for Humans came out, I was touring comedy clubs. So I was doing clubs so that I didn't have to worry about kids. So people just assumed it's going to be, for adults. And then when Magic for Humans came out, and when we made the show, I didn't try to make it clean, like my head magic producer, co-EP magician Stuart McLeod's here. Like we put some, we had anal jokes in there. We had
nice.
Heroin jokes. We had
It was on Nickelodeon.
we did a puppy play bit. The guys who dress as puppies and sniff each other's asses and stuff. And but as long as it ended in a magic trick, people were like, "Oh, my kids enjoy this." So I kind of accrued this family audience. So now it's clean.
Wow.
And I don't mind it.
No, and
Instead of selling 2 tickets, you might sell 6.
But it wasn't like your act was super vulgar.
It wasn't super vulgar.
No, it was just a little adult.
It was a little adult. You're
I
right.
like the idea, though, of doing a really filthy magician act. I've never seen that.
Right?
Have you?
Yeah.
Was Amazing Jonathan, was he kind of...
Oh,
he was filthy. Yeah, he was,
that's a good example.
He was filthy?
He was pretty
Yeah.
filthy.
Yeah.
Really?
He was a funny dude.
He was.
I was a big fan of his.
I liked him.
Love him. He would do, a bit where he'd take out a big old, like a huge jug of Coke and like a huge straw, and then it would just go away.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Snorted a gallon of Coke. I mean, he hacking through his arm. He would his stuff wouldn't hold up today.
No.
His assistant, he would put playing cards over her eyes and staple them to her face. blindfold her.
Pull up some amazing
Kid
jokes.
stuff.
Oh, my God.
He started as a street performer, I believe.
Yeah.
And moved his way up. And I saw him on Comedy Central as like a 10-year-old.
Me too.
Loved
It was
it.
tight. His Comedy Central special.
How does a good-looking guy get into magic? I feel like you do a lot of magicians I meet, they're like doing it to meet women or something, right? But
Yeah. Well, David
why
Blaine.
It's kind of like the guitar.
Blaine's good looking.
yeah, that's true. David Blaine,
But
I
it's
guess
a lot
he was
harder.
good-looking guy.
He was a
David
like
Blaine is, he's
made
a player.
magic sexy, kind of. He was like a sexy.
He was
Right.
dark and mysterious. He knew when to shut up. Most
Yeah,
people talk
yes.
too much. He just does a trick and shuts up.
Yes.
One of my favorite triumphs is... Okay. No, watch this first.
Just for laughs.
Sorry.
Good. Whoa, that woke your ass up butt quick, didn't it? Ha! Look at little hearts beat like a gerbil. Oh, God, I got to get to the hospital.
You ever seen his documentary?
Look at this mole on my...
right?
It's wild.
Really?
It is wild.
Didn't
Some mole
Steve
on my
do
back.
one?
Steve Byrne?
Yeah.
Steve Byrne
Yeah, I
did
think
one,
he did.
and then Ben Berman did one, and I introduced Ben to Jonathan. 'Cause I told Ben about just that Jonathan had this kind of heart issue that came up.
Oh, yeah.
He was also regularly smoking crystal meth. You
Whoa.
know? And Jonathan, you know, I think he like telling the story that his doctor said his body couldn't handle quitting, so he just kind of was going to keep doing it. And Ben just was fascinated by this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is he dead?
He's dead.
Okay.
He's dead.
I didn't know if he
But he lived for many, many more years, and
Okay.
So crystal meth is health.
Is okay. Yeah.
it's okay if you're a magician. You know?
David Blaine was like Triumph's white whale for many years.
Oh, you couldn't get him?
Yeah, but then I did. You should look that one up. This is
Pull
one
it.
of my favorite
Pull
things
it.
I ever did was a different.
That's
David
a spoof. That's Mikey Day there. Yeah, it's
That's
so good.
Oh, this is young David Blaine. Oh, this is a parody.
It's a parody.
Yeah, yeah.
Come in and relax. So bye-bye.
Where'd you go shopping?
We went to an outlet store, okay? You wouldn't have heard of it.
Not trendy yet. Nobody knows about it.
What'd you buy?
I bought a green sweater, if you want to know. Okay,
Ooh,
I
big
bought a
whoop.
green sweater.
Interesting. Are you sure you didn't buy a teddy bear?
Yes, I'm sure I did.
Yeah.
Teddy bear, what the F? How did you get it?
Where's my Great.
Yeah.
That's.
I'll just look up Triumph and David Blaine.
Oh, I want to see this.
This was one of my favorite ones because I wanted to do him when he was like in a block of ice.
Yes.
Desperately, I wanted because everybody could go right up to his face.
Oh, that's perfect.
I know, but they were like off that week, so I couldn't do it. So then he did this thing where he was up in the sky dangling. He was upside down or something.
Yeah.
But he kept taking breaks. Here, just take a look at this. Wait, this isn't it. This isn't the right.
Triumph.
That's not the right one. It's that's like an outtake or some shit.
Some
The
fans'
one that says
iPhone.
Conan Classic or whatever.
Have you met David?
I've met David. I've hung with David Blaine.
Yeah, me
Cool
too.
guy?
He's a cool guy.
He's really nice. Yeah.
Really nice. Really.
Yeah,
he
very
banged
good
everybody.
sport. How could he not be?
Yeah.
That's his best
How could he
endurance
not-
stunt.
Okay.
How hard was it to get people to look at Triumph's eyes and not your eyes?
Good question.
That's a very good question. It's I don't tell people what to do, but it's always an interesting way of judging someone's level of commitment or professionalism. Like, celebrities too, like the ones who look at me or the ones who look at Triumph are like, you can tell they're the ones who are more in on the joke and willing to play. And then you'll get somebody like, Ted Cruz. Well, actually, Ted Cruz he thought that he was going to top Triumph. It was very satisfying.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
He had some comebacks.
Yeah, oh yeah. He invited me up to talk to him.
He had
It
writers.
was really satisfying. If you put this up.
Roast
all the way
battle.
to the end.
Right.
Go all
He had
the
Charlie
way-
Kaufman in
Oh,
the
no, not
Yeah.
this one. One that says Beto O'Rourke.
How did you
God.
get Beto? He's a fun guy to roast, I bet.
Yeah.
So all the way toward the end is when I finally got Ted Cruz.
Did he at least laugh?
He laughed. Yeah, actually, not only did he laugh, but he high-fived me, and I cut it out of the piece because I didn't want that to be a meme. I didn't want that like.
I give him credit though for playing along.
Yes,
That's
I give him credit too. No, he admitted that. No, he was cool. He was like, "You got me."
That's hilarious.
great.
That's a great fucking
What
line.
a zing.
That was I was a little bit of a softball. I think if I hadn't come up with that, I would turn in my Triumph card.
No, that was a better zing than you're giving it. That was perfect
was
timing, and you got him good.
That's crazy. A security guard is pushing
I know.
Triumph away.
I know. It
Or
was
is he petting? He might have been petting.
I give myself the most
real.
credit for that. It was a very tense. Like everybody hated me. Everybody around Ted Cruz was
Of
just
course.
looking at me and no one was giving me anything laugh-wise.
Right.
Sure.
So I was
he
like,
is even. I mean, it's
no, he is, and I'm just hoping that this will play funny for the Colbert audience. That's all I would care.
Killed it.
What?
Yeah.
Who is an asshole that you've roasted? Who is a prick?
Not many, honestly. They've all.
Have you been attacked?
Yes, a couple of times.
Michael Vick?
No, not by celebrities, but like. It's interesting. Like when I first went to Trump rallies, they were kind of nice, and then when he got inaugurated, then it was sort of like, fuck you, we won, and like, it's our turn now. And there were like two people like just pulled my cigar pulled Triumph's cigar out and broke it like right in front of me.
That's how you know you're doing a good job, though, when they're attacking the puppet. And the people.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. And then there was one biker who was just like, "Who the fuck's wrong with you, man? Get the fuck out of here!" And another biker just calms him down, bro. It's cool. It's just a puppet, bro.
Yeah.
That and the Michael Jackson fans were the angriest in me.
Interesting.
I went to the Michael Jackson trial in 2005, I think. The big trial.
Wow.
Was up for,
Artist
molesting
of the year.
all these kids.
Artist of the year he was up for?
Yeah, Artist of the Year.
Those cookies are insane.
Oh, it's too good.
And these kids were all dressed like clowns. They all wore these wacky outfits. So it was hilarious. They're just dressed ridiculously, but they were furious at me. Just didn't want to talk to me. And I was saying stuff like, "I understand you want to maintain your dignity." It looked so ridiculous. But then it we had to stay an extra day and like come back the second day and give them lemonade because it was really hot and kind of wear them out. And some of them were willing to finally talk to Triumph and let me do my jokes.
Yeah.
It was nuts.
Man, you're going on the battlefield. I mean, it's a line of fire in there.
That's a tough one.
I commend you because it's hard to think on your feet in that tense situation.
Yeah. But like I said, I do have writers and they help me with jokes and shit. That Ted Cruz one was improvised.
Hey!
And I'll give myself credit for doing that under duress. I will.
There you go. Now I got to ask you an awkward question there, Wilmy.
Yeah, we're at Wilmy level. What's up, Normie?
Well, I'm a Magic fan. I've been watching Magic my whole life. Woody Allen did Magic, as did Steve Martin.
Orson Welles.
Steve Martin
really?
for a long time.
F is for fake. Yeah, that was.
Oh, yeah.
Arsenio Hall?
Really?
Arsenio?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Who?
David
Carson?
Copperfield?
Yeah, David.
Never heard of him. All right.
Yeah.
Magic is great, but I think it kicks up a notch around black people. Am I wrong?
You're not wrong.
Thank you. I mean, that should be. I guarantee you, there's a montage on YouTube, black people reacting to Magic, because it's so fucking awesome and it's so much funnier. Jesus H. All right. Oh, is that really? Oh, come on.
Your algorithm gets you.
Is it the same kind of theory as horror movies? Same kind of world?
Yeah, I guess so.
Because they're way more fun with black people.
Yes, 100%. There's a lot more movement. There's a lot more running.
Talking to the
Take a look. No, that guy ran away.
Did you see it?
I mean, come on. This is amazing. All right, ready?
Documentary itself about Canada?
No, just doing some magic.
I mean, I'm not trying to get offensive here. I'm just saying it's a real stereotype.
It's so funny. So this girl who works for me, she's like my production manager, and she told me, she goes, I should tell you. She's like, I took an Uber home from LAX, and the guy was asking me what I do. I was like, I'm a magician. And she's like, and then he got really racist. He said, magician, black people love magic. She said this to me all concerned and whispery, and I was like, oh yeah, he's right.
Yeah.
I mean, they do. I mean, everyone loves magic, but black people are not afraid to show their joy.
Yes.
And I mean, I'm not generalizing 100%. I'm sure.
Sure.
But
75%.
Yeah.
75% racist.
But it's like when they do the black people love chicken. I'm like, I love chicken. Don't we all like chicken? I don't. Who doesn't like chicken?
Yeah, the racial things like chicken, watermelon. I'm like, who doesn't love chicken and watermelon?
Great. Both great.
Grape soda.
Is my
Great.
favorite fast food.
What
Popeyes.
is it?
Popeyes.
Yeah,
it is the best.
It's incredible.
Comedy Cellar Party Tuesday.
Oh, yeah.
And it's catered by Popeyes because we all love Popeyes.
Can't go wrong.
I think a little Nicky when he's like blown away by fucking Popeyes. I'm like, yeah.
It always drives me crazy when critics say Adam Sandler's using product placement. No, every time there was a purpose to the joke.
Yeah.
That this character likes Popeyes or Subway commercials and Happy Gilmore.
Oh, that was
There's always a reason for it, and people are like, no, he's just trying to make money. There's no money.
No, that was pre-pedophilia too. The Subway.
That was pre-Jared, yeah.
Pre-Jared?
Pre-Jared.
Yeah.
I have Jared's cell number, believe it or not.
Get the fuck out of here.
I used Jared in a Triumph special once.
Oh, no.
Yeah. My Come Poop With Me album has a DVD.
Some sad interviews.
Yeah, I interviewed Jared from Subway and the Dell Dude at the same time.
You're lucky Triumph wasn't a puppy.
The Dell Dude was a magician.
The Dell Dude was a magician.
Ben Curtis.
And look at him
really?
now.
Cut. Look at him now.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Any magician fuse?
He's a sweet guy, Ben Curtis. He's
The
a very
magic
sweet
beef.
guy.
Yeah, any magic
there's
beef?
some good magic beef.
Oh,
Who's got-
really?
I mean, magicians love having beef. I mean, it's probably the same in comedy.
Oh, yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah.
But in magic, it's a little more spiteful. I think there are so few like tricks. Magicians love to get very possessive about, oh, that's my trick, or even if it's an old trick, that's how I do it. You know,
Right.
And there's no room for the open mindedness of that. Maybe somebody else thought of something similar, so they like to have beef. Yeah.
How did Penn and Teller have a lot of people who support them, or
Penn and
was that
Teller
them?
used to be hated by magicians,
Right, because they would break the code.
They would. You know, Penn and
would
Teller would love talking about how
they did it,
how stupid magicians are, and how
Kinda
they
like
did it.
But also they would reveal how they did it, which I always found like more entertaining, because then you really appreciate what goes into this. You
And
know,
they only just give you the little tip of the iceberg. You know, they kind of reveal a
right.
little
They didn't
bit,
reveal every trick.
and then they would still fool you.
Yes.
But it's so funny, like the arc of their career. Now, you know, Penn and Teller fool us. They're like these well-regarded,
Yes.
you know, gods of
Yeah.
magic. Who magicians are very
Right.
late to come around to like anyone who's doing it differently. Magicians hated David Blaine at first.
Really?
They were like, he's just doing store-bought tricks. I can buy that quarter.
Ah.
They were blind to the fact that he's, you know, connecting with people in a different way.
Right. People
Yeah.
always get nervous about the new guy who's bending the rules.
Exactly.
But, you know, what about, I think we can all agree we hate Chris Angel.
Aw.
Nah,
I actually don't know anything about him.
I don't either.
I hear he's a very nice guy, actually.
He's a very nice
but
guy.
yeah,
All right.
but it is. It's,
going off his outfit.
easy for,
Backfired.
it's the kind of thing Triumph would be all.
Yeah.
I admit that.
Yeah.
One time I performed in Las Vegas, and I got Lance Burton and Penn and Teller to come on.
Who's Lance Burton?
Oh, he's like the most famous.
He was my childhood hero.
Oh,
he was
sorry.
Like
There you go.
suave, tuxedoed magician.
Pull him up.
And well, there's Triumph with Penn and Teller, if you want to see.
This guy,
Lance Burton.
familiar?
Not really.
No, he's really much better known in Las Vegas.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Penn said, make fun of his hair. He uses a Flowbee. He told me.
What's the Flowbee?
You don't remember a Flowbee? It was that weird machine.
Vacuum
that
cleaner thing.
Oh, yeah.
cut your hair like
a
uniformly.
Roomba for the head.
Yeah, it was like a Roomba for the head. Exactly.
Okay.
So I went for it, and it was quite embarrassing.
You didn't like it?
He was cool with it, but it was, there you go, Flowbee.
Flowbee.
What the fuck?
It just,
It pulls your hair up and cuts it as it pulls it up.
as it pulls
Wasn't
it
this
up.
in a
So it's
movie?
like
This
this
isn't something-
uniform,
Gotta be.
quick
It was
way.
Don't mistake that for your fleshlight.
Circumcision. Damn. Flowbee. Okay. Weird.
Clooney uses a Flowbee. There you go.
I didn't see that coming.
Damn. So
I've got a nerdy SNL question that I would love to ask Robert.
Please.
I'm curious, what's your favorite sketch that never made the air?
Never made the air.
Yeah, that you just got cut for time, maybe reversed it. but
man.
that's-
I have such a shitty memory of this stuff, but I don't know. There's one that Dana Carvey posted a year ago. That was a really intricate sketch that we did at dress rehearsal where Charlie Chaplin. He played Charlie Chaplin, and it was in the 80s. There was this documentary where they found all this lost footage of Chaplin, the master, at work, and let's watch Chaplin in between takes. And he was very bossy and control freaky, which I can relate to, but he was like really angry at people. But anyway, this was a sketch where, so I had like in every take, watch his mind at work. And so it starts out with like, he's nothing like Chaplin. He's dressed in a completely different way. And he's sitting at a table at a bar. And then John Lovitz comes out as like the waiter, and he's got all the fucking Chaplin shit on him. And then like take by take, you just see Charlie Chaplin steal from the
His
waiter.
entire persona.
Yes. And by the end, he's exactly his famous persona.
Oh, that's fun.
But it's never acknowledged that he's stealing. But he's walking like ridiculously.
Right.
This is 7Bs, right, Sam? The
Yeah.
bar?
And then,
No.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe you're right.
yeah. Anyway,
The mustache.
I've given away the premise, so it's not so much fun to watch.
I found a skit. It took me 5 minutes to find this. It's one of my favorite skits.
Oh yeah.
It was Sabra, Price is Right. I think it's been scrubbed from the internet.
Oh, they're about to put it back. I know exactly why that happened.
Why?
It's because of the music rights. We used a song by Donna Summer that costs too much, so they're putting
should we not
in.
Play this?
You can play it because
are we gonna get?
We're gonna tank.
No. It's on the internet.
Okay.
Hey, Tommy.
So this is where the "you don't mess with the Zohan" kind of came from.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
That was on TV the other day. That's a funny movie.
Yeah.
Hey, the Summit Clock Radio. Clock Radio from Summit is good. Okay.
He's
now,
good.
Who can tell me the correct price for the clock radio? You.
I'll guess $25.
What you mean? What you mean, 25? What is Summit Clock Radio? It's very good merchandise.
Okay, well, so $35?
Oh, $35, I don't believe it. All right, someone else. You.
Brilliant.
It doesn't seem like, what's it worth, really? Well, it's worth over 200. I sell it for less, you see? Okay, 75. Oh, this is an insult. Okay, you.
Insult.
So it's more than $75.
Yes, and look, at least $150.
And how about $80?
All right. $80, good. Nice clock radio, and you give a check to my wife back there. What's that?
Who's your favorite host to write for?
Tom Hanks, actually.
Oh, really?
He's just the greatest guy. It's like it's such a boring answer because it's Tom Hanks and everybody loves him, but he actually helped save my career because like my first week.
Really?
Well, I started there and the first 5 weeks I got one sketch on with Madonna, actually, the very first show I did. And then like I had 4 weeks in a row of nothing. I guess I was writing too weird stuff and pre-taped things and Lorne Michaels wasn't into it. Then Tom Hanks came on and he was I just thought he could do a really good Seinfeld, so I wrote a sketch with 3 comedians who are all kind of Seinfeld ripoffs.
I've seen this.
Yeah, and they all talk the same way. What's the deal with it? And they're just having a conversation backstage. No, then
Damon Wayans is in it.
Yes, Damon Wayans and John Lovitz and Tom Hanks.
Yes.
And it kept me from being fired, I think.
Really?
I'm pretty sure, because it was the hit of that night. And then Jerry hosted like 7 years later, and I wrote a game show version of it called Stand Up and Win, which was funnier. It was with Carvey and Sandler and Schneider as contestants.
I remember that. It was like,
Yes.
what's the deal with Oprah? She's fat, she's skinny, that one?
Yeah. And all the answers were like, it was like a Jeopardy thing, but all the answers were like rhetorical stand-up comedy kind of questions. Oh, no, go before the Gilligan's Island one. That's too... There's like a...
Justin, thanks for making it. Are you ready to play?
Yes,
Hey,
I'm loving it.
Okay, hands on,
This is one of my favorite
hands on
skits.
buzzers. Here's our opening question. What's the deal with airplane food? Billy.
I know. Could this stuff taste any worse? It's like thanks, but no thanks. I'm still stuffed from that huge bag of smoked almonds.
That's correct, Billy. That's worth $100.
Is that actual Jerry material, or is that
No. We wrote new shit.
Okay.
That's not a stand-up bit, dude.
No, yeah.
I mean,
Jerry's
Well, a
bringing that
bad,
up.
a bad version of Jerry could have done that.
Yeah.
Bad comedian.
You gotta hand it to the Jer, man.
He had a self-awareness.
Yeah,
about it. And he
I love
understood
that.
that it was like a lower version of what he
Of course.
But I admit, when I wrote the first one, I didn't have the same respect for him that I got later. Like, I was still into my heroes were Steve Martin, Andy Kaufman, like the people who were kind of tearing apart stand-up.
Albert Brooks,
Letterman.
Yeah.
But then, like, I kind of got past that stage and kind of realized, like, how hard it is to write great jokes.
Yeah.
And make great observations, even in a traditional stand-up format.
Yeah.
And by the time I wrote this sketch, I totally worship Jerry and his show, especially, man.
Oh, for sure. The show's amazing.
I've been watching Taxi before bed. It's like a good wind-down show. Man, Andy Kaufman's so funny on that show.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. You should watch Andy Kaufman. When he was on Saturday Night Live, he was a guest in the 70s a lot. And
he did the Mighty Mouse.
He did the Mighty Mouse, which everybody knows. But then he did another one where he played the foreign guy that ended up being on Taxi.
Yeah.
But he did it in a way that was so fucking... It's the hardest I'd ever laughed in my life up to that moment.
Wow.
That's why I remember.
Really?
Yes.
Pull it up.
I don't know if you have it. It's him doing Foreign Man on Saturday Night Live.
If it's out there, he will not find
and he's
it.
he's doing inept impressions of people in his Foreign Man character, and then he starts crying, and I don't want to ruin beyond that.
SNL had some balls. It was so experimental, and they found interesting comedy.
Yeah.
I feel like now it doesn't have that balls.
They don't have stand-ups anymore at all.
Well,
that's not true. They do.
Oh no, they have people host.
Yeah,
they have people host.
Bill Burr.
But Andy wasn't like as big as those guys when he did this.
But like Norm Macdonald,
we discovered him here.
Is a stand-up comedian, but they would put him in the Weekend Update. They'd put him in as Letterman or Larry King, and it was so fucking funny. Almost Tarantino, because he was kind of bad at it.
His Tarantino was amazing.
I know, but he wasn't like a trained actor,
but
like a Will Ferrell.
He was good, but I mean, I think now it's all political. Everything.
It's all political. What the fuck?
Comedy's really.
What happened?
Ever since 9/11, I think.
No.
Yeah.
I think it was later than that.
I think 9/11 made the stakes just became higher.
I think it's social media.
I think
and now it's been, I'm saying exponentially, you're right. Yes, now it's increased even more with social media.
But now what you do is not political.
No.
We try to avoid that too, I think.
There's an audience for what you do, without a doubt. I'm just saying, like, all the late night shows are incredibly...
They lean in too hard.
Yeah, they lean in really hard.
Yeah. And it's all the same joke after a while. We got it.
Well, it becomes like an echo chamber.
Yes.
Like Jon Stewart, have you seen any of his
he
daily
hit both
shows?
sides a little bit.
Yeah, so he goes on
but he's getting shit for this.
Yes, that's what was so great. No, well, here's what happened. So the first Daily Show, he comes on and he dares to suggest that maybe they're not doing the best job proving that Joe Biden is fit for office.
Yes,
They like put him. They didn't have him do a Super Bowl interview. They had him do some really silly question and answer thing.
First time in history, by the way, the president has not done that.
Is that true?
Yes. It's fucked up.
Yeah,
we should be able to talk about these things.
So then he got so fucking attacked for daring to suggest, there's too much at stake. You can't do that. But then the next week, his ratings were even higher.
Yeah.
Which proves that, like...
If you walk through the fire...
People are... Yeah, it would be nice to have nuance in political comedy.
Well, people have become... I think what you're saying is right, but then people become so used to just hearing their echo chamber that you're right. They're shocked that someone would dare to maybe question that something on their side is
just this idea that political comedy has to be used as a weapon to try to elect people instead of just being political comedy.
Yes. Well, we've done a thing now where you kind of can't say anything anymore, but comics still can. So I think people gravitate towards comics to be like, say it.
Or I get that all the time. Speak out on this. I'm like, I'm a fucking comedian.
I'm a clown.
Yeah.
Speak out.
I got 8 minutes on jizz. Leave me alone.
It's your best material.
Thank you. But that's you. That must be nice for you. That's like a relief.
I did try to do political magic at one point. I did a Comedy Central pilot where it was kind of like a Colbert-y approach, like a little bit, kind of... actually, a little bit more like naively exploring both sides. Like I built Trump's wall and walked through it.
That's funny.
Copperfield's walking through the Great Wall of China, so I went to a Trump rally and was like, all right, let me prove that see if it's a good idea or not. And
yeah,
that's great.
And people, obviously the people who hate Trump loved it, but everyone who loves magic, but just also... doesn't like the jabbing at their favorite guy, like just.
I am no longer a fan.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Sorry, you lost me. Yeah.
A month later, I'm like, you're still following me. I'm unfollowing you now.
Yes,
you didn't.
They never. It's like when they go, I'm moving to Canada if he wins. You're not moving to Canada, Jimmy Kimmel or whoever. You're still here. But we're so tribal now, and we've always been tribal. It's human nature, blah blah. But it never felt tribal this much with Republican Democrat. It felt tribal with like men versus women, black versus white, rich versus poor, whatever. And now it's all political. Right. And it's strange.
But some towns you still hit, and they're like, if you go to like Appleton, Wisconsin or something, I feel like that's like a city where they still keep their political beliefs to themselves.
Yes.
You know what I mean? There's some cities that and you're like, oh yeah, there was a time where people did that. Yes. It was like rude to do that, but now it's like part of your fucking Twitter bio.
I know, it's part of your identity.
I gotta say, I did this show, the special, the Let's Make a Poop special in San Francisco, and I had Schneider on, and there were people who didn't want me to book Schneider, and they actually... It ended up being a surprise guest. They didn't want a bill that Schneider was going to be one of our guests because they thought people would boycotted or something.
It's too.
But then when he came on, he got a reasonable amount of applause. He didn't get boos, and I hit him pretty hard enough that people were satisfied.
Sure.
You know.
Also, he's an old friend of yours too. It's like that's the other thing.
I'm not gonna.
People were like, he was like, yeah, that's like an old friend. Like, what do you mean?
Yes.
So I shouldn't like be in touch with friends?
Right.
Willman's QAnon. We still hang.
Yeah. I thought his magic episode at the Capitol was great too.
Breaking through the Capitol steps.
Pelosi's laptop disappeared.
Oh my God! You hear Attell? By the way, we do Rex on here. I think we both wrecked Dave Attell's new Netflix special.
Yeah.
He had a line that killed me where he said he looks at like he's one of the QAnon people. But
He said, I know what I have a real January 6th look.
Yes.
He goes, but I'm a Biden man. Hunter Biden. Now, that's a great fucking bait and switch.
The king.
Yeah.
And it's no left and right can both laugh at that.
His whole
At that.
his whole hour that he put out is so funny. I thought
It was the only special I've ever watched where you're like, man, I wish this was longer. You know, you're watching some, you're like, oh,
Wow, I gotta see it.
You haven't seen it?
I haven't seen the last one.
Smigel, you're gonna jizz.
That's a sentence.
How do we cut this now?
Oh
You can
shit!
cut that
You can
out.
cut the part where I
Just
don't know
cut
what.
it, I guess. Fuck it.
But
or leave it.
keep
Fuck
the
it.
Attell shit. Keep the Attell shit.
Keep the Attell stuff.
I mean, the
Live
special
editing.
is
I don't care. You
unbelievable.
can.
I
leave
love
what I
Dave,
said.
and he, he's in a good mood for a day and a half. He called me seemingly happy, so
He's one of the nicest guys
Sweet
in the
dude.
business too.
You must have known him for decades.
I've known him for years. I guested on the Gong Show like 20
remember
years
that.
ago when he hosted it for Comedy Central. I was Triumph on it, and when I left, comes up to me. He knew about my autistic charity, and he says, "What's the name of the company? What's the name of the charity?" And I tell him it's Next for Autism, and he just like pulls out a checkbook and writes a $5,000 check and hands it to me.
That's how he is.
What a
He's the
mensch.
best.
Yeah,
He's a great guy.
he's
I
a
love
great guy,
Dave.
and he's
From one
unbelievably
autistic
funny.
to another.
I watched like a few minutes of him on you and on your show, and the only thing I didn't understand was the headband under the.
I don't get it either.
It's
but
like I understand the concept of an old Jew wanting to cover up their Martian hairline,
sure.
and that's why I have the hat on, but he has like a headband under the hat.
Yes.
And I'm like, is that how it works? The uglier we get, I'm going to be covered all in black in a week or something.
Did you see Seinfeld commented on his Instagram and wrote, "How cold was it in there?" Which I thought was
Really?
funny. Yeah, but I don't think Dave would like that.
Hey, I bet he smiled.
I hope so. Who the hell knows?
Yeah, so do you guys have Rex? Is there anything that you recommend? It could be anything. Like, doesn't have to be a special, a movie, a book, anything that.
I'll recommend something, but it's not really what your audience would.
Throw it out there.
So there's this musical on Broadway. Has everybody tuned out?
No, I'm curious.
It's called Kimberly Akimbo. It won the Tony last year, and it's closing at the end of this month, at the end of August. Excuse me, at the end of April. That one blue moon got me, man. Chappelle, Attell. Jews can't hold it.
It's really good?
It's amazing. It's fucking amazing.
Funny or what?
It's hilarious, but it's also really touching. People think it's going to be sad because it's about a woman who has progeria, I think it's called, where you age rapidly. And so she's like a 63-year-old actress playing a 16-year-old.
Oh, fun.
But I'm telling you, it's really funny. And her parents are like really.
Holy shit.
What's that? Okay.
Real, huh?
Yeah, it's real. It's
Yeah.
Wow.
She doesn't look like that.
That kid's probably 14, and you look like you're 90.
Kind of good. Wow. Oh,
no,
Jerry
that woman
Springer
in the
have it all
middle
the
is
time.
like 60 or whatever.
Wow.
But anyway, it's an amazing show. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, great.
It's
good
a
rec.
Broadway musical.
Great.
But if you can get past that,
I like music. I'm a fan. I'm in.
It's closing in a month. So, but I just want people to see it because they'll be grateful.
All right. Well, so is this podcast. It's closing in a month.
Closing in a month?
Yeah, we're about on the way out.
What about you?
I got to I don't normally recommend magic shows. I don't recommend. No, but
okay.
I saw a magic show last night in New York City. It's called Speakeasy Magic, and it's a really cool experience. People always think, oh, Magic Castle, that's like a cool place to go see magic. This is I don't want to spoil too much, but it's like a magic gangbang. You go to this cool you're at a cool table with your friends, and it's like incredible magician after magician comes, sits at the table.
Oh,
it's like a
cool.
kind of a speakeasy vibe. It's a very strange secret entrance that you go in, and hosted by Todd Robbins, who's like a sideshow MC extraordinaire, and it was cool. Like, if you're looking for a cool magic thing to do in New York City.
I think I've been there. Wait, where is this?
Speakeasy. It used to be at the McKittrick Hotel, which is where they did Sleep No More.
Which
but
is
now
where? Where is that?
Midtown?
Now it's in the what's that thin building? The
Flatiron?
Flatiron District.
Okay.
Right now.
But was it used to be? Was it McKittrick on? Like,
Used to be in the
30s?
Yeah, in that hotel. Yeah.
Yeah, I took my kids there.
Oh, you did?
Great. Yeah, yeah.
Right. Really
Loved
cool.
it. Yeah.
Really cool. Really great magicians. Really cool.
What do you call that in the
close-up magic?
Yeah, but when they do the
Close-up magic.
Jerk you off.
the
What are you
Chinese
doing?
guy, the Japanese with the shrimp and they flip it.
Hibachi.
It's like a Benihana
It is like
of
a
magic.
That's
they
a
come to
very
your
good-
table.
Yeah, you open your mouth.
I gotta recommend. I saw the Carlos Santana doc
It's good.
on a flight, and I've never been the biggest Santana fan. I mean, he rips it on the guitar, but the old stories of him in the 60s as a young guitar player, Mexican kid trying to make it in San Francisco, going to the Fillmore and opening for the Byrds and the fucking Blood, Sweat, and Tears and all that. Incredible. And there's a scene where he gets Woodstock. His agent gets him Woodstock. He's like 22 years old. He's freaking out. I got Woodstock, the biggest gig on the planet. I'm freaking out. And he goes, he's a nervous kid. He goes up to the Grateful Dead and The Who, all these giant acts, and he goes, guys, I'm Carlos. I don't want to bother you. Just wondering when I'm going on. And they're all smoking weed and they're all, hippy dippy. And they go, well, you're going on before us. We're going on at midnight. So you got plenty of time. It's 2 PM. So they go, you might as well take some acid. And he goes, I've never taken acid. I've never done a drug in my life. And they go, take some acid. It's Woodstock. And he goes, well, it's 2. Probably won't go on till 10. I'll throw some acid down, whatever. So he guzzled a vial of acid.
Oh, my God.
He starts tripping instantly. He's like, oh, my God, this is insane. And they go, Santana, you're on. He's got the day gig. So he has to go up there. And he talks about, this is the scene. This is the footage of him on acid. And he said he felt like his guitar was a snake and the neck was trying to eat him.
Oh, my God.
So he has to play the notes right or it'll eat him. And he's in fear for his life right now and in front of 50 80,000 people, whatever the fuck it is. And it was just such a cool story. And I was just on the plane like fist pumping because he's like 21 right here.
He's so good.
He's so good. But yeah, that was just a cool scene, and you can feel it when you watch the scene. Like, oh man, they're all tripping out, and just the love and the vibes and the passion and the whole thing.
Yeah.
So
what a time!
Look at him panicking.
I got a wreck too. I got a wreck as well. Our past guest on the pod, Sam Talent. I'm embarrassed I never read his book. He came. Running the Light, amazing book a novel about a stand-up comic. It's insane.
What's the name?
Running the Light. He takes some real risks in this book, and they pay off. It's awesome. So
it's about a road dog in like the 80s and just doing the road and blow and hookers and the whole thing.
And just like a piece of shit guy, but but you feel for him. And yeah, it's just like it felt like the most realistic run of a guy doing hell gigs.
Yes.
You're like, yeah, this is what it's like. And a guy giving in to being like kind of a road hack and what you have to do to survive, and you lose that artistic muscle. And yeah, it was really cool. It was a really funny, but also fucking sad too, but awesome.
Sad story. A bunch of comics did the foreword for the audiobook, or not the foreword, each comic read a chapter.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
I read one, and I read it so poorly that I didn't get in.
Oh, no.
Really?
Well, you must have done a bad job, because my mom told me she tried to start the audiobook for this, and she goes, whoever read it did a really bad job.
Oh,
you must have been fucking terrible.
I didn't want to do it, so I was speeding through it. So I was like, yeah, then on a Thursday night, I went to Chicago, and I'll be there. So he didn't put me in.
You got to bring it with these audio.
So don't get the audiobook.
No, get the book.
Actually, read the book.
That's another thing. Shout out to anyone who could do a good job reading an audiobook. It makes such a difference. You ever listen to an audiobook and the person's awesome at it?
Yes.
It's like, goddamn, I was just reading about a guy. I don't know why, but it said like at least one of the ways if you read a lot, it'll help combat dementia. And then I'm looking at this guy. He's like does a ton of audiobooks because he's reading the audiobook for this book I was listening to. Fucking dies of dementia. That guy reads for a living.
Okay, well, that puts that to bed.
That freaks me the fuck out.
So it causes dementia.
I guess it does. Yeah. So stop reading.
Biden was in a book club. Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
Wow, look at that.
Look at that guy.
That's a great promo right there.
Iraq.
Yeah, check out Justin's new show on Netflix. That's very exciting, man.
Yeah, I watched every episode of the other show.
Thanks, man.
Loved it.
I'm pretty
killer.
So it's called the Magic Prank
It's called
Show?
the Magic Prank Show. We basically, it's like magic pranks by request.
Fantastic.
Late COVID, I posted on my Instagram. Anyone want any? If you could have a magician's help pranking someone in your life, who would it be and why?
Ooh.
And just inspired by those real replies, I was like, "This is a show."
I love it.
We did it.
And your tricks are so damn creative and original.
Thank you.
Really impressive.
Yeah, everything
stuff.
I've seen is awesome, man. Definitely
Yes.
check it out. And watch Leo on Netflix.
Watch Leo.
Whether or not you have
good.
kids, it's awesome.
Thank you. But more urgently, since Leo's already a hit, Triumph's Let's Make a Poo.
Oh, there you go.
Trust me.
Too political for
Trust
me.
me. No. That was like the only political joke, the one with...
I'm just kidding.
No. Weird Al Yankovic. We make a lot of fun of Weird Al. We make up song parodies that Weird Al never wrote and pretend that he wrote them and compliment him on them. It's like, my favorite thing is when Triumph is incredibly passive aggressive in his insults.
Nice.
That's like the ultimate. So.
All right, worst SNL host. Biggest asshole, hated.
You know what? I'm really one of my big regrets at SNL is that I was not there the week Steven Seagal hosted.
Whoa, you missed that.
Yeah, I was doing. I was right. I think Conan and I were away doing Look Well, the Adam West pilot that we did many years ago because we were Adam West freaks. But yes, every story I heard about that guy was beyond anything I'd ever experienced with any other host. So
I've heard the same about.
Yeah.
What about you, Justin? I feel like you've reached the mountaintop. You're a magician. You're all over Netflix. You're on the road. You're doing theaters. What's next?
I
mean, I hate when people ask that because you're killing it. So we should enjoy the now. But where do you go from here?
I mean, it's like it's kind of just about putting butts in seats. Like all the TV stuff is really just about planting those seeds so you can kind of keep doing the live shows forever.
Yeah. And talk about we write a joke. Once you've heard the joke, the surprise is ruined. You're not going to come back. You got it even worse.
It's yeah.
You got to.
I mean, I get maybe 1 second shot at it when people will bring people to watch them see it for the first time.
Right.
So it's like watching someone unwrap a gift that so you know what it is, but you're so excited to see how they're going to react to it. And then so it's two hits and then I'm done. But I want to do I want to shoot a live special, like a stand-up special.
Hell
this
yeah!
year. I mean, like Jonathan. As a kid, I grew up watching Amazing Jonathan's Comedy Central special. So I feel like we just got to get Robbie Praw at Netflix to take the bait.
Oh, they'll do it. They'll
Can we Robbie Praw? Is that who you said?
Yeah, or maybe he's a big fan of yours. Maybe we just tell him I'm you doing magic now.
Ooh, yeah, we'll be on the edge of a building. They don't know who to shoot. Can we get
a lot of tricks with jizz? In this special. What's the deal?
I'm gay. That's the trick. I'm gay.
Well, Carmichael already did that one. But, can we get one more trick before we wrap this up? I mean, we got a magician here for Christ's sake. We watched 38 hours of Triumph. We gotta even it out here.
Can't have too much Triumph. I'm sorry.
Triumph is...
Listen, Mark, because people always said it, they've never seen the two of us in the same room at the same time, and now they have. I think it's time for me to teach you a trick.
Oh, I can't wait.
All right. This is the first trick I ever learned as a kid. It uses big cards, but when I did it as a kid, they were normal. So, yeah, but they felt big as a kid, so makes me feel nostalgic here. It's a spelling trick. Watch. So I spell A-C-E. I get an ace, right? It's an easy trick here.
Okay.
T-W-O. I get a 2, right? You just T-H-R-E-E. Get a 3. So Mark, you got that?
Okay.
Take it and just do 4. So one from the top to the bottom.
Do I spell anything?
Yeah, so spell 4.
F-O-U.
Oh, so sorry.
Yeah, so F-O-U-R. And then turn over the next card.
Should be.
Top card, show them the 4. No.
What?
Okay, hold on.
I'm dyslexic.
You know what? Here, maybe you missed. Here, it's just F-O-U-R Four.
Oh, okay.
Sam, you
Fuck that up.
yeah, you wanna try?
So I'm doing 5.
5, yeah.
F I V E.
Yeah, show
Nailed
him. 5, nailed it. That's great.
Wouldn't
That's
that be
great.
a great
So,
time to realize I couldn't spell
do
it.
you want to try 6, Mark? You can try 6.
I can do
You got it.
6. This is easy.
S-I-X. You got
Okay. S-I-X.
Boom.
Oh, what the
6.
fuck?
Okay.
I got a 10 again.
Mark, it's just
Guy's got some magic.
S-I-X. 6. 6. You know what? Here. 7's my lucky number.
All
Try
right.
7. You got this.
Oh,
Mark.
there's a lot of letters here. S-E-V-E. N-word. Okay. You ready?
Uh-huh.
Go!
Come on. Okay.
What are you doing to me?
Sam, will you do
Kill
7?
my
Can you try
compass.
7 here? You got this. S-E-V-E-N. Show him 7. Yeah, very good.
What the hell?
Very good. You want to do 8?
I'm literally a mark.
8.
All right. Okay. E-I-G-H-T.
Nailed it. There you go. 8. Show it
If
to
it's
him.
a 10, I'm slitting this wrist.
Gonna be.
Ah, Mark, come on.
Oh,
You need
what am
to
I doing
misspell
wrong
it.
here?
You need to
We're getting
misspell
mad
it.
Sam,
back to
can you do
fight.
an 8?
E-I-G-H-T.
8. Wow.
What
Very
the
good.
hell is going
Maybe it's because we don't look
on
alike. Here,
here?
can you do 9?
Ah,
2 cards
okay.
left. You got this.
All right, Hitler. N-I-N-E. Niner. Come
Son of a bitch.
on with
Son
the
of a
10. What are you doing to me?
N-I-N-E. 9. Mark, 10. You got this. 10. Come on, I came all this way.
T.
You can do this.
T-E-N 10. Hey! The special needs boy.
Wait, hold on. Let me do a real reaction. Oh shit!
Run out of the room.
What a racist. Well, that was great. Well played. Well
That's all right.
played.
Yeah,
that was fun. I
We'll
loved
work
it.
on it.
No, that was awesome. You guys were the duo no one thought they would love.
The ambiguously magic duo.
There it is.
The title right there. Yeah, this is awesome. Thank you guys. If you got gigs coming up, you want to
you
plug?
plugging? We plugged the Triumph
All I got is
special.
the special that's on YouTube. What
Great.
can I
Looks
tell
like
you?
you're all over the road.
I'm all over the road.
Look at you.
Yeah, we got Chicago. We got Long Island. Vegas. Oh, yeah, Vegas. I'm in
Nice.
Vegas for the first time.
Where are you playing?
Magic
I think I'm the
Capital.
first magician to play Vegas.
Where-
May
where-
3rd and 4th at the Venetian.
Oh, I heard it's good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I heard
That's
it's
a big
good.
room.
Yeah. And
All
then,
right.
Yeah, Netflix is Joke Fest. You guys doing that too?
I'll see you there.
I'll see you there.
Let's
Fun.
do it.
Joy.
All right, and yeah, you're all over. What's the website called?
JustinWillman.com.
Easy peasy. Hey,
Hey, you don't say.
I'm coming to your town, baby. Hear that 8 minutes of jizz coming at you. PA, Philly, Memphis, Little Rock, Tennessee, Chattanooga, Syracuse, Buffalo, Minneapolis, Madison, Bloomington, Evansville, Los Angeles, Hollywood, Coachella, Victoria, BC, Vancouver, Royal Oak, West Palm, Fort Wayne, Fort Myers, Boston,
Fort Myers,
Pittsburgh,
oof.
Seattle, and
Rough
Spokane.
one. That's an all right one.
Yeah, but you're up.
Oh, I'm pretty much off the road for a minute. I will add dates soon. I just taped a special, so I need to write a new act. But I will be in Atlantic City with Chris DiStefano.
Hey.
But we're competing against Frankie Valli, so that's honestly might be a better show. But AC, June 22nd, me and Chrissy D. That'll be a fun one. We're bringing some special guests.
Hell yeah.
And that'll be a good time. So samerl.com/shows. Bodega Cat Whiskey might be in New York by the time this comes out.
You got that right.
So we'll be at the Cellar. New York Comedy Club's got 2 clubs that want it.
Yep.
The stands to be all
West
over.
Side,
So.
whatever. Yeah, they're all
Bodega
good.
Cat, we're about to re-up on a big shipment because you motherfuckers went through the whole batch.
Yeah.
We love you for it. BodegaCatWhiskey.com. Thank you guys. Robert Smigel, Justin Willman, awesome ep. Thank you.
It's an honor.
Fun. Thank you,
Both
guys.
Really
titans
awesome.
of the industry. All right. Pete.
That wasn't sarcastic.
No.
Sunday's the day for my next bender. A bit of Kiva Wreck, you know the beer juice close. I've had a little too much bourbon, and Norman's talking shit about the fucking Pope. And I get down in the same way. Up on the roof like a cop's coming, and naked Samuel is feeling cheering